Hello everyone, Darren Cross here. This is the assignment video for Mod 4 in MBA 652 Organizational Behavior. So far up to this point, we've gotten the intro to the paper and the problem statement. And I made comments on your problem statements. Hopefully you guys are able to take those problem statements and refine them to the extent that the analyses that we do in this class will make sense, right? So we're looking for a specific organizational behavior, actual behavior that is the cause of whatever that organizational effectiveness issue is. So we're looking at things like, are we having a hard time attracting people? Do we have high turnover? Do we have a task performance issue? Do we have a low organizational citizenship behavior? Do we just have some counterproductive work behavior going on? And so what we're going to do is, in the next section, what you did is you did the intro to the Mars analysis, and then you talked about whether or not motivation was an issue. Well, in Mod 4, what we're going to talk about is the concept of abilities. What we're talking about with abilities is, first of all, did we train the employees? Do they actually have the ability to do this, right? So the thing is, we want someone to do something and things are not done, and you have to make sure that this is aligned with whatever that behavior is that we're talking about. Is there something about their abilities that's driving them to that behavior that we're talking about? Okay, now this could be one or two paragraphs. It really could be a simple 3-sentence paragraph depending upon the nature of your problem, or it could be, like a 5-sentence paragraph or maybe a couple of 5-sentence paragraphs depending upon the way that you assess this. But the idea here is that we're looking in and we're saying, okay, what is this behavior that we have? And if it's bad, what do we want it to be? And let's assess whether or not the employees or the people doing the behavior have the ability to actually achieve whatever that productive behavior is that we're after. So this could be a really quick assessment, right? It could be, if we're talking about task performance, you could say the task needed to be performed at ABC Corp is this. Everyone who comes in has a license. Every employee who's hired is hired on the basis of having a license, or they go through some kind of initial training period and there's a qualification process. And as a result of that, the assumption is that they're able to do that job. Also, people acknowledge that they are certified or qualified to do that job. So thus, it doesn't appear that there is an ability issue with this particular behavior. Now, a lot of times it's not an ability issue because for the most part, companies do a very good job of making sure that people have the ability to do what they're supposed to do. Sorry about that. But many times it may be that the ability is the case. That's the first thing that I would look at, right? This is kind of a weird way of looking at it, right? So, this says Mars, and that's great for how it works out. But let me just give a quick little overview here. So the first thing, if we're getting a behavior that we don't like, the first thing that I would say is, okay, do they know how to do what they're supposed to do? Do they have the ability? And then I would say, okay, well, do they understand what they're supposed to do then? Because maybe they don't understand what they're supposed to do, and that's what role perception is. And then, okay, so if they have the ability to do what they're supposed to do and they know what they're supposed to do, are they just suffering from lack of motivation, right? So it's not linear to kind of look at it in the Mars way, but it makes the acronym. So that's how we do it. It makes it easier to remember at least. So right now we're only focused on this little piece. And again, it should be 1 to 2 paragraphs, but for the most part, I think you should be able to nail this in about 3 to 5 sentences. So good luck, everyone. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.